94.1 FM, Cherbourg Radio, and yes, we are a community who, looks after family and, especially our elders, our most vulnerable. Very important that we play our part within their lives in making sure that, their safety is taken care of. But I'm going to say hello to a couple of sisters. I'm going to say hello, sister, and welcome to you, Kylie. If you want to just introduce yourself and let Bob know. Everybody,
Okay.
everybody probably know who you are. Yeah, but anyways, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Kylie Henry, also known as Mezzy, originally from Cherbourg, Queensland.
And you also got your sister with
And
you as
I've
well.
I've also got one of my younger sisters with me, Roxanne Henry. Hello.
Yeah, it's a very hard time for you at the moment. I just want to say thank you to you both, Kylie and Roxanne. With you and your family, you yourselves are in a very sticky situation. But before we start, talking about all of your concerns, how are you, Kylie?
I'm emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, I'm really exhausted. I've been having sleepless nights just thinking about everything. I'm trying to get on top of everything at the same time while juggling with mum's situation and as well as other things, and also my life as well. It's a bit of a journey and a bit of a ongoing battle at the moment for me. But I'm just learning to put my trust and faith in Him up above, God, to keep me on the right path and give me that strength to continue to face things, sis.
Yep. And also, Roxanne, just with yourself, how are you, with this situation that you're in?
Oh, it's a stressful moment at this time. What's going on in Mum, all the same.
Yep. So what are you and your family actually going through? If you just want to explain a little bit. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'm Kylie. Lately there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening in relation to Mum around elder abuse. And I guess from February the 5th when I went live on Facebook, a lot of people would know about that. I was my emotions kind of took over me that particular day. I was frustrated. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know what to do. And I guess something within me just chose to rise up to be a voice for Mum, and not just Mum, but those that are vulnerable at the hands of these people, these organisations that are continuing to fail our elders. And now I'm the type of person that won't sit back and see this stuff continue to carry on. And so I've made that personal decision within myself to stand up and be a voice for the vulnerable. And I guess it's been really hard because there's been many, many times where I've sat back and I looked at Mum and, how depressed she has been. And how she's taken it all. And, if I'm feeling all the pain in my heart, I cannot imagine how my mum feels. And it's like I've got to be strong as the eldest child to stand up and also, be there to support my other family members. And, me and Roxanne, we work together as a team, work good together as a team to kind of hold things up at the moment for Mum. You know what I mean? And my brother in Sydney, Dustin, and the baby sister as well, Talara. So we all bouncing off each other at the moment to, I guess, see Mum go through all this, not on her own, but to walk beside her through all this stuff. What she's going through, the abuse that she's been tolerating, and it's not acceptable, sis.
So just can I ask you, you just mentioned abuse there, but how and why has it come to this? Why and how has it come to this where you are at the moment?
Well, it wasn't until December 23rd, my sister had organised for Mum to come up here and be with family, spend time with the family during Christmas and for a couple of weeks. And during that time, we didn't realise that, Mum was going to make a decision to stay here and be with family because we've heard that, Mum's also faced with terminal illness, and so it's serious stuff. And I guess we was looking at it in the area where, you know, we need to stick together as a team and as a family and be strong for one another, and especially for Mum at this time with everything that she's facing. And ever since she's been here in Queensland, we see that all the governmental departments have just been non-stop failing us.
Yeah, they just deprived me of their liberty. They're just taking away our human rights.
So,
they won't let me out. I was in their hostage.
So is that your main concern now with Mum?
We've got a lot of concerns, sis. Like, I literally can't sleep at night because I'm thinking of Mum. I'm thinking of how she's been treated, and, you know, because we can't see her. We don't even know when we're going to get to see her. So we're kind of stuck in the mud at the moment, and me and my sister, we've been crying out in every kind of direction to get support and all the help we can get to fight this battle with us, you know. And it's like we're coming up against brick walls, sis. That's how it feels.
So how long has it been since you've seen Mum?
Well, she was discharged on the 6th of February.
And the last time you got to see her?
That was on the only over a week or two ago when we went out to the property, you know, because she requested for us to go out and see her. And it's like they're isolating her, and it's like this old stolen generation stuff is repeating itself again. And
the police was called when we went out to see her.
Why was they called?
And because they were called because they more or less thought that we was kidnapping our own mother. And they're isolating her, and sis, we don't really know what's happening with Mum there. She's depressed. She's been ringing me up. I've got recordings on my phone. They've been starving her. They've been taking pictures on their phones and sending it to other workers to make out that they're feeding her. I sent a message to the manager of that particular organisation, and I said, can you send me video recordings of Mum eating, having their meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner? Now, I have not got a response at all from that particular day when I sent that message. And the first time Mum called me was on February the 8th. I was at a Bible study group, and I received a call from Mum, and she was basically begging me to take her food. And I said, what's happening, Mum? And then she started crying broken-heartedly, saying that they're starving her and she wants to eat. Now, she hasn't eaten all that day up until after I made the phone call to the director of that organisation. And I said, what's happening with Mum? Why isn't the workers feeding Mum? And so he tried to brush it all off and saying everything's all fine and things like that. And I said, no, it's not.
That's a part of their torture treatment. See what they do for elderly abuse towards it.
So, you know, Mum can still, you know, request things herself. She's still quite capable of doing that.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, with Indigenous Australians, there's this connection where, you know, with families that if one person isn't right, the other isn't right. And, you know, that's the way that we cope, is that we need to be with each other. And it's a bit sad to hear your situation, and it sounds as though it's not right with what we're hearing from yous. But I just wanted to ask you, open communication, has that ever happened yet, you know, with all parties involved with Mum?
No, sis. Open communication, no. Not at all, because we've been trying to communicate as best as we can to, all these organisations that are involved with Mum, and we're not getting nowhere, sis. It's like we're coming up against brick walls. We're hitting our heads against brick walls, and they don't want to communicate with us. They don't want to see anything resolved, because unfortunately it's all about the dollar, sis, and that's what it all boils down to. And I'm going to say it, you know, as it is.
We've sent some messages to communicate and have meetings so that we can, you know, see our mother, and they're just blocking us. Just waiting for replies.
No response.
They're isolating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're isolating us.
Which is not
They
really...
have no rights, because we've seen a legal lawyer, and they said they can't be doing it to it, but they are doing it.
you're just at a standstill at the moment, and it's the worstest thing to do to anybody who's sick, and that the family to support them and see them through. With the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, it goes against us as humane. We need each other, especially with what's happened with the stolen generations years ago. It's like,
Yes.
as Kylie said, it's come back around again. But what is it that you want to see for Mum, the outcome, for Mum, you and the family?
The ultimate goal, sis, here is that we want Mum to be out of the hands of the New South Wales Guardianship and all other organisations involved, and we want her back with family, reconnected back with family, and, we are capable of looking after our own mother, and where everybody else is saying that we are not. And I've seen my sister, Roxanne Henry, look after my mother, and nobody can tell me otherwise because I've seen it, the way that she, changes her baths and all this kind of stuff, and now she looks after her mum. And I'm there to put my hand up and support as well, whenever I can. And that's the ultimate goal is that we want Mum back with family. And I'll continue to fight for justice for Mum because, unfortunately, I read on the internet, on Google, that 61%, which is shocking, 61% of those that are getting targeted through elder abuse, they don't have a voice or they don't have anyone to speak up for them, sis. And that's very, very sad. In this land of Australia today, 61%.
And mums wishes are to come and stay with their families.
So do you think things can be easier and less stressful with, that open communication with all parties?
Yes, because over a week ago, I went to see the local MP. One of the representatives of that office. Sat down and had a chat with him. I was waiting for a call back. Never got any call back. So I'm just basically waiting for the right people in the right places. As I said before, me and Roxanne are trying to do everything we can to get keep the ball rolling and to see justice for our mum and get her home with us. And where we would be so happy, as a family, because we work together as a team, good together.
And at the precious time that she has left of her life, you know what I mean?
That's it. Living out the rest of her life with family is
surrounded by family, friends, yeah.
That's the main goal for the best outcome to come with it if they're with family. You just want to give out some contact details if somebody does hear the show and maybe want to help you.
Okay, well, can I give my telephone number, sis, and my email?
Yep.
Okay, my name is Kylie Henry. My telephone number is 0493 879 694, and my email address is Kylie, KYLIE.Henry, HENRY 79 @gmail.com.
So, I hope you get somewhere with, the situation with your mother. And I hope that, all parties can come to the table so something can be sorted out. This is about, her mental, emotional, and physical side of, her last days being around family and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And just before we go, I'd just like to briefly mention that, the governmental departments that have failed Mum, NDIS, New South Wales Police Department, Queensland Police Department, New South Wales Guardianship, and now, even the hospital, sis. And I'm not about to sit down and be quiet, because I want to see justice for my mum. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And, for other people that are vulnerable and that are in the same situation that we're faced with.
Well,
so I hope that, I hope that through all this, through this story, that people will, stand up and be a voice as well for their loved ones that are vulnerable as well, sis, because our elders, they need us. Where would we be without our elders, sis?
That's for sure.
We got to look after them. We got to stand up and rise up and be a voice for them when they don't have that voice.
I believe
that's all I want to say.
Yeah, I believe that, many out there will absolutely agree with what you're saying. Our elders are treasures. and to treasures to us in a very different way. To how they're sitting with, in the system, especially with your situation with your mum. They mean more to us than that. What is behind it, as you said, money plays a big part of it. But to us, the family, it goes beyond that for us, a much bigger picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sis.
Well, I'd just like to thank you for making a bit of a time, and I hope that, you can get more help. Hopefully it'll reach someone there who may reach out to you to help you, with this process. Thank you.
Yeah, and I just want to thank you, Arlene. Thank you for your time as well, and Radio Mob in Cherbourg.
Yep, thank you, Kylie, and also to you, Roxanne, there as well. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a good day.
Yo.